Marvin, you when you was in high school, you saw all the guys' genitals in high school, right?
Wrong. No, I didn't.
Hey, we all know.
Nick was the shortest dude on the basketball court.
Nigga, I was shorter.
He was dragging balls across his forehead.
Easy. Yo, I was shorter. Isn't that fucking ashamed? At one time, I was even shorter.
And you know what's even funnier though? When you get
Ellie's like, what
when you
the
get
fuck
older,
was Mo thinking?
when you get older, you're actually gonna get smaller again.
And my titties gonna come all the way back.
They gonna be swinging
I got
down
a
it.
little muscle down, fan. They gonna come all the way back. I think we're gonna start each show when I want to with a song. What's your favorite song right now? Go. Give me a song.
Oh, God.
Just name the song and we'll start singing it.
It's Raining Men.
It's a raining man. Come on. Hallelujah. It's a raining man. Hey, hey.
I can't.
I'm gonna pinch my nips. I'm gonna pinch my nips. I'm gonna keep twisting them. Absolutely soaking right. Vince, that's for you, baby. Vince asked for that shit. I didn't go where he was going with that shit. Not safe for motherfucking ears. We're here with Vince. No, fuck Vince. Vince has been here like 20 times. We're here with Ellie. We're here with the one. What the
Wait a
fuck?
minute.
See, this is why we need Mo said sometimes. She's like, it's a lady in the room. We're here with the one and only Ellie.
Hi.
The gangster boo. Real quick, let's turn his mic around. You guys can take the mic off if you want to sit back. Pop it right out. Yeah. Same thing for you.
There we go.
You might sit your back up.
I gotta hold
Might be a
it.
little difficult for you, Gucci.
Mhm.
We are here with Ellie. How's your last name again, Ellie?
Guilday.
How do you pronounce it?
Oh, pronounce it Guilday.
I said it so. I think I said it like
He like, nah,
spell
fuck
say.
this.
I don't know what the fuck I just said.
It's alright.
Guilday. We're here with Ellie. Ellie, what do you do in life?
Oh God, casually beat people up.
Shit, I like that. Right there.
Casually.
Ellie casually beats the fuck out of people.
And
We're gonna stop there for 1 second. No, you don't work. Vince takes care of you like a real billionaire.
I do.
This is her soulmate, her partner, her everything. Also her head coach. What gym do y'all train out of?
Ground Control in Baltimore.
And who's that black guy in the corner? You know him?
That's Marvin.
Marvin.
Say what?
Marvin. Marvin.
Why? I don't even need to be in the conversation.
That's how I go, Marvin. So you guys are. You didn't come on the last time. No, I know you did. But were you on before then? Was this your third
Ellie
time?
was here when Sean rambled for an hour.
There we go. Okay. I was like, I feel like Ellie was.
When he rambled for an hour. Damn.
Shout out Sean.
I was here too.
I love Sean. Everybody loves Sean. Coming back on too. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Him and his pops is chef too, right?
His
I think it's
or
his uncle.
dad?
Uncle, yeah, they're coming back on.
Okay.
We're gonna
Oh.
bring some goodies for us. We're gonna do it like Chef Patrick style. I hear we're gonna have like some Chicago deep dish pizza.
Sean makes some good food.
Ooh.
So it'll
Looking
probably-
forward to it. Yeah, he had a
He
good,
was saying, he had a nice little resume for it.
I'll vouch for him. It's good.
We want to have you back on to talk all things fights, what's going on with you, and since I know you guys so well, just to kick and talk shit. You know, we don't always have to have like a structured. What do you do for a living?
No.
You guys been here. You'll be coming on for as long as I'm doing this shit. So
Right.
let's
Thank
just
you.
wrap it
But
up.
today is Ellie's day.
Today is
Yeah.
motherfucking
Ellie's
Ellie's Day.
Day.
Ellie, what's your favorite song, Ellie?
Oh God, I don't know.
Ellie, you got a song. Come
Training
on.
Men.
Anything probably from 6ix9ine or 21 Savage. So
Oh.
Ooh!
Please stop being serious. Jesus, God.
21
serious.
Savage.
21
Come
Savage.
on. Ellie like 21. Oh shit. I'm trying to think of one of those songs I would hear
You
like in
would've asked him, Martin.
fucking Go Hell. She likes black music.
Really?
Think of one of those like Forever 21 songs. You go in, you always like them, but you never play them in your car.
Yeah.
Black man.
No.
But you always like you hear them, you like them.
I
Like
don't
that
know,
chick
I don't know
song.
this.
Give us one. I don't
Who,
want to do
me?
making my way downtown shit. That's
You talking to me?
Yeah, you
I
got
have
one.
no fucking
we all got
idea.
a chick song, bro.
I'm trying to
A
think.
chick song.
Yeah, a song that you
lot.
like that your girl play probably, or you hear like in the elevators. You're like, I really like that song.
Yeah.
This is a song by Katy Perry. I think it was pretty dope.
I
It
like
was a
all
while ago.
songs by Katy Perry.
She
They're
had
all good.
she had a song with Juicy J, Dark
That
Horse.
shit was hard.
I remember that.
Dark Horse was pretty dope.
It was a Kanye.
Ready for,
No,
ready
you're right,
for
you're right.
some sex.
Yeah,
some
something like
sex.
that. Yeah.
Anyway, hi Ellie.
Hi.
So what y'all think about that fight between damn, what's their names?
Joanna.
Joanna.
Joanna Junjek.
J Chick.
There we go.
I thought Joanna won.
I'm hearing that a lot.
I just think like I would like to see how the fight would be judged without that massive fucking crater on her head.
Hematoma she had on her head. Jeez.
Damn.
I thought it was a really good fight. I thought Joanna did a little bit more. I think Whaley just had such big fucking power into her shots to where
Yeah.
she's kind of stealing the rounds with it. But I thought Joanna was one of the best fights I've ever seen in my life.
That was a
Jesus,
really
won
good
that
fight.
wonderful fight.
It was a wonderful fight.
Marvin, I don't think you checked it, but it was what was it, 115?
115 title.
115, dog. And the main event was Israel Adesanya versus
That was
Yoel
not
Romero.
a good
And
fight.
when was that? When was that fight?
This was last weekend.
Last weekend.
And
Okay.
them girls killed it, which is a perfect segue into this one.
Mhm.
And we're gonna recap just a little teeny bit. When I first met Ellie, we were training out at AMT at the time, and you were coming through, and you were fresh as a motherfucker. Like all of
I
us.
knew nothing.
I never got a chance
She
to
was
meet
clean
him.
slate.
I met him when he was scary. So you shut the fuck up, Vince. But I remember when I came in and I couldn't jab, I couldn't do anything. I remember you having it, and I remember you kept coming back and got better and better to the point that you're fighting now,
Yeah,
and it still fucking trips me out.
it's weird.
It's weird.
It's
Let's talk about
super
that journey a
weird.
little bit. Had it right
I
in
don't-
my mouth.
Sorry.
Oh, hold up, real
It
quick.
is super weird. I feel like
No. Go
No.
ahead. I'll tell my bit later in a second.
okay.
Oh, okay.
No, you're
I
fine.
feel like so he and I have been together for over 5 years, and I watched you fight like 13 times in 1 year.
Damn.
And
Fuck, man.
I,
Fucking killer.
and I always played sports growing up, so I just wanted to start. I think I was working at a hotel at the time, and I was like getting off later, and he was like, "You should probably know like self-defense. You should probably, because I had to like walk to my car and stuff."
Smart
So
man.
that's how it started, really. And then he bought me my first pair of gloves, and then
What color were they?
no, they're black and pink and
Like a
like
shitty,
white.
like cheap
yeah.
black and pink pair, like ring sides at like fucking the Walmart fucking DVD bin of the box.
Why did you buy that color?
They came with the
to kinda,
DVD
like,
and shit.
Persuade her. Yeah, it was like it didn't even mow. Them pink gloves are right on your right hand side. You see them over there? Somewhere. They wanna
I
fuck-
got
yeah.
you.
Pretty much,
Oh yeah,
basically.
kind of, pretty much like that. Yeah.
Them motherfuckers are still brand new.
They look. It's got one scuff mark on here, but it looked like somebody like
I masturbated hard that day.
playing
though.
around. Or something.
I got to chill with
Really?
some of them
Did
jokes
you-
because I
did you-
really do have a lady right here.
Fuck 'em.
It's fine.
So you started fighting, and how was it when you first like? First of all, you went to the gym that smelled like feet and underarms. I know that's what it smelled
Yeah.
like, right? All right,
Well,
so
I mean,
this is LA Fitness.
Wow.
They don't wipe down here. Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't even think I did like a class
Okay.
until like 4 months in, maybe. I think it was just one-on-one time with me and Vincent.
I don't think she
It
did
was
class,
just-
honestly, until like ground control.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like,
Oh,
she might
shit.
have done like 2 classes, like a couple morning classes maybe, but like
But like an actual class and drilling, like, with partners, not like one-on-one privates.
Mm.
Like Vince taught me how to jump rope.
Yeah, that's
That
crazy.
That in itself was a journey because it was terrible.
So
I
hold
still don't
You never
like
jump
jumping
roped as a kid?
No.
It's not
I
the
mean,
same.
like,
What?
apparently not.
double dutch, I guess, but not like for
the
exercise.
hardest type.
She said not for exercise.
The hardest way you could do it, but But then,
Right.
to
I
speak on
can't
that a little
double
teeny
dutch.
bit, it's hard when you haven't done it in a long ass time.
It's so hard.
We was at Towson Tie, Henry's old spot, and I used to watch Jake jump rope, and he was like nice at it, I guess. And I would like hit my toes, skip, and it was fucking hard. Your arms start hurting.
I
Just,
know.
Yeah, shoulders
Yeah.
start
No
burning.
shoes on too. That shit sucks too. when you
Oh
jump
yeah.
like this.
Woo!
yeah.
When it's cold and shit. Man, it's not fun.
Yeah.
I love
Um,
jumping
Go ahead.
rope,
Sorry.
But then I guess Vince was like, "Do you ever think about fighting?" And I was like, "Yeah, I kind of think I'd like to do it. I think I'd like to try it." And I think at first we were just like only one, and then it'll be done.
Mhm.
And I got my first fight like 6 months after training, and I didn't know what I was doing.
That's good.
6 months
At
after
all.
training.
Yeah.
Like, do you feel like it might have been like a little too soon, or you feel like maybe it was just the right time because you didn't want to, drag it out too long, and
You
then
had health insurance, and Vince was trying to get you killed to get the money.
No, I don't think it was too soon. It was a learning process for sure. Like I didn't know. Like if we look back now, I probably still don't even remember what Vince was telling me in the corner. Like because I
know that
just
feeling.
didn't process. I ended up winning, so that was cool.
That's gangster.
I
yeah, that's
just
real
kinda-
gangster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it a smoke? Did she have any smokers? I assume you sparred. Assume you did
So
something.
The smoker stuff was pretty recent, like with Level Up doing all that. Like I didn't know if they were doing them back then, so it was really just straight to a fight card. Like
You got sparring in, all right?
She sparred.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
She had a few smaller guys come in for. It's hard to find girls. I think she
Yeah.
sparred with Whitney from Owings Mills a few times.
That's good work. That's good
She's
work.
good. Yeah, she's really
that's
good.
good work.
Like the first fight she had, like it was a pretty big place. Like she was the first fight, but the main event was a pro fight between Justin Greskowicz and Ben Pride from Canada. Both those guys have like 50 to 100 fights
God
professionally.
damn.
So it was like it wasn't like a small little place.
You want a
like, It was a
card.
big fight card. I kind of like got there and I was like, oh fuck, this is maybe a little more than we hoped for. But,
Right.
Fuck it, we're here. So
She had fans already. Ellie!
we had like
Hey,
20
what the
people
fuck?
there. Shit.
That's the
Wait a
first
minute.
fight. That is crazy. So what was your? A lot of this I experienced, and I know someone's gonna ask stupid questions. But for Marvin too, I've
Nah,
taught you about.
ain't
But
gotta
like,
be
what was
stupid.
it? What was it like walking into like so? when I did I wasn't nervous at all, but I think it's because I was stupid. Like I didn't know what I was getting into.
Yeah.
And I assume you was the same with you. Like, okay, I'm just gonna walk in the ring and start fighting. Like, what was it like walking, going through the ropes, and realizing, oh shit, like I'm actually gonna do this shit.
No, I think it was definitely like that. Like I don't know. It's weird. Like I try not to get in my own head about stuff like that because I think you just have to look back and trust like your coaches, trust your training. Like I know he wouldn't put me in anything that like I would totally get demolished.
Right.
You know, I guess that's always a possibility, but he trusts me and I trust him and I trust the team and trust the training. So, but no, I definitely did walk through the ropes like not knowing. I was like,
I wasn't.
Right. How was it when you took the first hit? Like, I mean,
That actually feels good.
that's like, do you feel like after you take the first hit, it kind of like
I guess it depends
you
on
get
you.
revved up, or is it kind of one of those things where it kind of humbles you, or you know how did it
question.
feel to actually be in the ring and you take your first like pretty much fight hit?
To the titty.
I think it was more so like I recognized that I got hit, but then you also realize like it didn't hurt that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Okay.
You're like, okay, well, some of them obviously, yes, they hurt, but
Right.
the first one I was like, okay, I can take that, and then I think also once you feel the first punch of somebody and you realize like how hard they do hit, it's better for you because now you can expect like what's going to happen next, or you can expect like now you felt their hardest shot, or now
Right.
you felt like everything they have, so you realize you can take it.
The fear of the unknown is really the biggest
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
And then you realize, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're not
Okay.
gonna knock me
Pow.
out with one punch.
Right,
Okay.
exactly.
Right. I just can't let you keep landing them. That's the only thing.
Right. Yeah. Now I just need to move my head.
What was it like when you told your family and friends, especially your female friends, who like, no, Ellie is not being a fighter, not doing. They like, yeah, so
We
Next
supposed to
week
get
we're
our
gonna
nails
fight.
done.
they're like, fucking Vince, he's changing you now.
My family definitely took it really hard,
That's their baby, their little girl. She's in
Yeah.
there fucking fighting and shit.
but they supported me. My dad came out. My mom, I told my mom not to come because I know how she is, and she
Oh
would
my
freak me
gosh.
out more. But all my friends were really supportive. I think that fight, my first fight, I had the most people there,
Dope.
like to support me.
Yeah. She had like
Um,
20 something.
That's great.
But everybody was super supportive,
Yeah.
and still are. You know, everybody
Yeah.
still wants me to like keep doing it and have fun with it.
How many fights you had so far?
Well, it's 6 if you count smokers.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, and good times between boxing and kickboxing.
Imagine just running to her and you arguing over like the butter in the movie theater.
She just kick your ass.
She's like, listen, you need to relax. He's like, fuck you, tell me relax. I'll beat your ass.
Yeah, right.
I'll
No.
beat you and your man ass. Vince over there like.
Hey,
sure?
look, I got to
Are
see.
you sure?
Look, and what's funny is because me seeing that picture in my head, I can see Vince laugh and then walk
Bro.
away. I can see him laugh, walk away like,
my
Ellie.
God.
Yeah. With a name like Machine Gun Ellie.
Get a machine. She's out fucking up right.
Right, just start fucking everybody up. The security guards come over there like, calm down, man. Pop, 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 pop. Damn.
Beating that. So, all right, so my fucking wife. My wife, she's black. Race doesn't mean anything, but it does mean everything. Maybe y'all can tell me as white people. I really want to get her to train. And as a coach, she doesn't listen to me, period.
Yeah.
You know, in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to segue to why I brought up all this and why it's so awkward. I'm saying, how the fuck, Vince, do you get her to listen to you? Because,
I don't.
Ooh.
yeah, I mean, but as a
You
coach,
like-
you kind of
oh,
do, right?
you
As
know-
a coach, she has to follow your instructions for the most part. She has to understand that it's not personal, it's critical, and he really wants to jump in here. I'm sorry.
You know what the key to it
What's that?
is when you're trying to get them to do something, you kind of do certain things so then that way they figure it out for themselves. Because then that way you don't feel, so then that way they don't feel like you're giving them orders, but instead you're kind of like, yeah, you're kind of
How's
helping
that
them.
work with your wife? Personal training. Look at him. Look at his
Oh.
face now. Look at him. She has to come to the.
I
another
gotta
session
get
after
her.
the first
Hold on, I gotta get her in the gym first.
one. Yeah, so good luck with that shit.
That's the part.
What about you, Vince? How do you get her to? How does this work so good between you guys?
And still being able to go home and eat breakfast and dinner and all that
Yeah,
kind of
not
stuff.
fight at home.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I feel like for one, you have to kind of want to learn it to begin with. Like, I can't make you want to do it. Like, if you have no interest in it, you have no interest in it.
Right.
But I don't know. Like, it started off more as like a workout thing, and then she saw the progression, and like I guess she kind of for some reason thought I knew what I was talking about a little bit. And
Oh, come on, Ben. See, now you're being humble.
you know, no, and then like
Right.
started
Pretty good.
training with the guys
Right.
at ground control, and like everybody kind of took the helping to her and stuff. And I think she just kind of saw the progression. So I don't know. She just naturally listens to me. It's not really like a boyfriend, girlfriend, or couple thing. It kind of we can turn the two on and the two off. You know, I'm not always like. It's difficult to explain. It's kind of like a unique like relationship to where maybe she can specify a little bit better why it works. I'm stupid.
It's definitely. I feel like in the beginning it was a little bit easier because I didn't really know everything that went into like the fighting, like everything as far as like in the ring and out of the ring, like your diet, your training, everything. I think like as it's gone on, we've definitely realized that you do have to have like I don't know, you do like he said, you do have to like turn it on and off. Like we still do go home together and like we eat dinner, but we're talking about fighting like all the time. I feel like it's like something we have in common and we enjoy doing it. And even before I like started fighting or training, like I really enjoyed watching him do it, and I enjoyed watching him go through his fight camps and like you know like how diligent he was with like his diet and training and stuff like that. So I just admired that, which I wanted. I don't want to like say like I wanted to do it, but I wanted to be a part of that with him. So
Yo,
That's so cute.
no,
About to
but
cry.
I think
Teardrop.
it is weird because it's different rather than like coach to student, because we have a deeper relationship than a normal coach to student does.
Right.
So
you know, I give my wife some credit. I just thought about this. It's not because she's black. It's because she's an ass
Well,
sometimes. But I love it. But when I think about the fitness, we came from goddamn 240 pounds, and
Right.
she followed
yeah.
all of my good and bad instructions when it came to like working out. I'm like, all right, man, we're going to deadlift today 500 pounds. We can do it.
Right. And then after
no,
this,
you know what?
and
Let
then
me
after
give
this,
you
we're going to
some
Bonchons.
Yeah. And it'll all work out. But no, somehow we did find that balance of like, okay, look, when I'm in the gym, I'm telling you something because I was at work all day looking up technique videos or learning about nutrition. But then when we get home, we find a way to turn. Is it like a word like you guys use when it's time to go? Like, let's say before a fight or sparring, you're like, come on. It's like,
No, it's
come on,
like,
machine.
I'm
Come on.
can you please
Machine.
start saying that?
Come on, machine. It's fucking time.
I don't know. I'm really strict with it. Like again, like we turn it off naturally pretty well.
Good.
But I am really strict with her. I'm not like a dick or anything, but I don't want to see my girlfriend get her fucking brains beat
True.
out.
True.
So I'm definitely more. I feel like some people maybe aren't going to be as strict with their girlfriend or their boyfriend as they should be. I'm the total opposite. Like I don't want her to get hurt. I want everything to look perfect. You know, I want to make sure she's overly prepared, but we can turn that off at any given moment too. So, not really any sort of word or anything, but it's just kind of it's more natural. It just we can kind of switch it on and off.
When did you know, you said something earlier and alluded to, when did you know that she was serious about doing this? She's been watching you for now. She's hitting pads with you, but you saw the flip, and you're like, okay, you know what?
Yeah, like
You're my
flip,
girl. I love you, but I'm actually going to pay you the respect to actually train you like the rest of my fighters.
Yeah, we'll flip the switch.
I think when I started coaching at ground control, like maybe 3 months in,
Okay.
she was getting ready for her second fight, and I could just see that she was technically better than most people, and like she was putting in the work. She dieted way harder than I ever did for a fight. Like I would diet like the last like 3 weeks. I'm like, I would just kill myself. Like, yeah, fuck, I'm fine.
No subs.
She does it for 8 weeks. She does every bit of running outside of the gym she's supposed to do. Like she does everything I ask her to do. She'll be reluctant about it, you know. If I'm like, all right, Ellie, put your shin guards on, get your mouth guards. She's like, oh, do I have to? Like all that bullshit. But she'll do anything I ask her to do, and she'll perfect it over time. So like around that time, I think it was like March 2017, I could see like she was actually like a fighter, not some chick just trying to fight one time to post it out. You know what I mean? So around that time.
The training her compared to some of the other male counterparts, is there a difference? It sounds like it. Like once the women are locked in, I've heard this from a lot of coaches. They just pay it more respect. Like they're more diligent, they're more regimented. They're like just same thing for you as a personal trainer. Have you noticed that? Like, female versus male clients?
I think that, well, first of all, I mean, once it's to a certain degree, it's difficult at the beginning. But once you get them to realize exactly what happens when they do lock in and focus, I think that women's, I mean, I watch a guy named Jim Quick or whatever on YouTube sometimes, and he talks about the female brain and how intricate it is and whatnot, and how their brains fire off way faster and a whole lot more than men's do. So that's why I think that for women, when they lock in, it's no going back. Period. Like my wife, if I can get my wife to lock in the gym, oh my God,
Be a wrap.
what? It'd be a wrap.
bro.
Cause, bruh, I tell you what though, when it comes to like party planning and stuff like that, my wife, she can boom, 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 boom. She has everything locked and key. I mean, months in advance.
You just
know what
eat
I mean?
the food and shit.
Yeah, all I gotta do is show the fuck up,
Man.
pay the money, show the fuck up. That's
You
it.
know what? Mo got way leaner than me quick as shit. Cause she, like you said in the beginning, it was like she used to sneak out when we was working out at.
I remember he told me the
Gold's
story.
Gym, not Ritchie Highway. Where's over there by the shit factory? Dundalk.
No,
Yeah.
by the shit factory.
Yeah, it's like shit over there.
The shit plant.
Hey, man, this is what it sounds like.
Hey,
And she used to like, I used to pay for her personal training, and she would leave early. Like once I went to go work out, go get a Snickers bars, food and shit, right at the dollar store, like down the street. And then right before I come back, like come out to the car, she would go and put water on her face or some shit. This is for months.
That's wild.
I'm like, why is she not losing any weight? You know, you gotta be sensitive and shit. Like, you know, baby, it's gonna come. And she told me months later, like, yeah, I wasn't even training. I was like, fuck that. But once she did lock in, she was
Yo,
doing
every time I hear
like
that
hour cardio sessions, dumb hard. I'll be over there running my mouth. Hey, Vince, she's over there working out and shit. And then the results speak, you know. So
I hate to
I
say
always
it,
have
but
to remind her like moderation's okay.
yeah, she would go
It is.
hard.
She doesn't like. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Yep.
Crazy. So unfortunately, you got your. We're gonna actually recap. We didn't talk. I want to talk more about that fucking UFC fight.
yeah.
And how it maybe changed some of your game plans and how to address stuff. But your fight just got canceled. And Mom has a question too.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to say I was watching ESPN last night and I was watching like Holly Holm and what's the chick Remington.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I was watching. Yeah, I was watching some ESPN, some highlight fights with you know.
Okay.
I was trying to catch
You
up a
tried?
little bit. I was
You
like,
tried?
let me turn. I mean, because I know everything is fucking canceled, so it ain't really too much to watch right now.
No, bitch.
And I was tired of watching the COVID 19 shit. So I'm like, let me change from CNN and go to ESPN and see what's going on. So and they had a whole bunch of fight recaps and stuff like that. So, you know,
Good.
I tip my hat to the women fighters a
Be
lot.
a fucking man and watch man sports.
Fuck you.
Watch fighter sports.
Yeah.
Fighter.
there you
Yeah.
go.
We got a fucking late. Watch
Yeah.
fighter sports. Scored. Fuck! I will punch you.
Please don't.
I got something.
We
yeah,
know
so
you
your
dropped
fight
them.
was just canceled.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that didn't. You trained, you dieted, you ran, did all that. What is it like to know that something 100% out of your control affected everything you do have in your control?
Well, it's really disappointing. I feel like this is also the third time that this has happened for this specific tournament that I've registered and I haven't been able to fight.
Damn.
So it's just
third
really disappointing. But luckily for me, I wasn't cutting weight this time around. So But-
Imagine that.
Ooh.
yeah, so I was fighting
That
at my natural weight,
sucks.
which is a lot better than having to diet like he said for 8 weeks and then realize that it's just
That last weight
Taken
cut
from
was
you.
wild, by the way. We should talk about it really quick.
Let's
So
do that, yeah.
we had a
Go ahead,
fight-
go
we had
for
two
it. Terrible.
fighters. It was my boy Tim and her. Tim makes weight easy. He's always in shape. He made weight, cut weight. It's good. We had until 9 o'clock to weigh in. Ellie was a pound and a half, or like a half pound off. We did everything right. Everything was supposed to be where it was supposed to be. She's 0.6 over when we get there, and we try to hop in the car, turn the car all the way up. I think it's something Jesse used to do. And
I did it.
car
Did
wouldn't
work.
get fucking hot.
Oh.
Car wouldn't
Oh.
get hot.
How cold was it outside? Was it
It was
cold?
cold.
It was
November.
in
Oh,
November.
Still
yeah,
cold.
it's fine.
Damn,
And then there's
that's
like a
rough.
little Krav Maga class going on at the weigh-in. I'm like, I'm about to offer him $20 to let me use the fucking pads for 20
Right.
minutes. That wasn't happening.
They didn't let you?
No. So then we found some shitty jump rope, and we had about 45 minutes left to weigh in. So we find this cold ass hallway in the middle of a fucking like a walk-in, and Tim's like eating Sour Patch Kids, drinking Gatorade.
It's terrible.
Like, we can't leave till Ellie makes weight. And I know for a fact that fucking punk ass team we were fighting wasn't gonna take the fight if Ellie missed weight.
0.6 over.
They're pussies, but like 0.6 over.
He said that, by the way, because he live near me.
It's like called shift combat in Virginia. Fuck those guys. But anyway,
He said, "Fuck you guys."
I like to get riled up.
so anyway, 0.6 over. We got 45 minutes. I'm like, Ellie, you need to jump for 40 minutes, and she can't even walk at this point. Like,
Jump for 40 minutes.
It was
And I think I
terrible.
lied. I think I said 20. And I was like, all right, fuck it, go for 30.
You
I was
did,
like, all right,
you
got
did
10 more
say
minutes. And
20.
like, I'm lying like the whole time. And she's like literally like fucking-
10 more minutes.
she's on the verge of death. Like she can't even pick her fucking feet up over the goddamn rope. She's not even jumping over the rope. She's just like
I
going
didn't
sideways
jump
the whole
over the
time.
rope. I couldn't.
But she was still going.
She was
No,
still
she went
moving.
5 minutes left. She gets on the scale. She's kind of sweating. She's kind of just hot. Like she's not really sweating. She takes her shit off, stumbles onto the scale, And she had to make 136, so it was like 36.0, 36.2, 36.0, 36.2, 36.0, and I pulled her up. Like, 36. Hey, we're on, let's go.
Hurry up, just
Look, right there. That was a relief. It was a good fight.
Dang, goodness gracious.
She didn't have to cut weight for that fight. She didn't have to cut weight for this upcoming fight. But the last one was rough. So
It was bad.
You know.
But I was also
that was a
coming
funny story.
off
Good story.
an injury from last February, actually, a little over a year ago. I tore my quad. I
remember that. I remember that.
And I was in a straight leg brace from February
Totally
to.
fucked the rehab up over time too, which made it just worse. Not her fault, but like the people that were doing it. Originally didn't know what the fuck they were doing. So
What?
They weren't even really helping her. And then Under Armour, when she started working there, they helped her strengthen it a lot more, so that helped.
Dope.
It was a long recovery.
But I was in a straight leg brace from February to like late August,
Damn.
early September. And then I was like, I had to learn how to run again. I had to jump ropes because sprint. So like, obviously, just naturally, my weight went up because I couldn't do anything.
Inactive, right.
So this last weight cut, I just think my body composition changed so much just from being inactive for so long that it was harder to cut weight. And then the fight before that one, I weighed in at 129. So 136 shouldn't have been hard, but it was terrible.
So my thing is because being injured, because I have three screws on my rotator cuff.
He's
right?
RoboCop.
Shut up. But so I understand how it is to kind of bounce back from because I was in a sling for like 5 to 6 months or whatever. So I understand how that goes. Now, for me, it was a long dry patch for me after I came out the sling. So as far as mentally, when you come out of the brace, where do you go mentally? Where did you go mentally from there? And how were you able to, find yourself in that bounce back and understand that, if you want to get back into a certain kind of condition, what it's going to take, and how did you kind of deal with that?
I mean, I think living with Vince and like he being my coach, and my boyfriend, like he's at the gym 5 days a week, and I was always with him. So that in itself was just motivation. And then even when I was in the sling, or not the sling, the brace, we would just do stationary boxing. Like we would just stand there, like in the middle of the mat, and I wouldn't move anything. I would just punch.
So like,
just
to touch
to
on
like.
that too, I gotta cut you off, but
No, you're fine.
like when the NFL player, like they'll tear their knee and like they don't want to run anymore. Like a quarterback will tear their knee, they won't scramble anymore. Like it was definitely like an adjustment when she got back. Like she didn't want to get kicked, she didn't want to jump rope, she didn't want to move laterally. Not even because she couldn't, but because of like that fear that it'll just blow.
It's not gonna work.
So that took a lot of time to get over for her. I know that.
The cognitive part of it. Like,
It
That's
was,
part of it.
Oh hell
It's
yeah.
probably the biggest part too, right?
It
Like,
is.
Your body may be ready to go, but you like
You're
just
mentally,
that definitely, like, I remember we went to like a local high school by us to sprint, and I was like terrified to land
Explode on my quad.
on my left leg and like do like a quick turn because everything was so slow. Everything I did was so slow.
Do we have video? Let's pull that video up.
I know, right?
Ellie's known for her speed.
Slow motion.
Yeah.
I know, right? Machine gun Ellie. She got to go fast with it.
Definitely not. I'm definitely not fast, but
So I find motivation from y'all's story, especially your story, right? That's why I love martial arts or fitness, right? It can really change your life, the way you think about yourself, just the and how you can affect others and your family and friends in your circle, right? How has you being a fighter and doing what you're doing, win or loss, just you constantly going at it, how has it affected your immediate circle of, females especially?
And I got
like, oh
follow-up
shit, I
question
want to
after
actually
him.
start training now because fucking Ellie, all she did was back in the day, I don't know, whatever the fuck, skateboard. And then now she's fucking beating people's asses. Like, how has it worked for you to change the minds?
I mean, I don't know, it's weird. Like, as far as my circle of friends go, just I feel like I've always played sports, so I have like my friends generally are just more active people. So like my best friend is a personal trainer, so
Oh shit.
she
High five.
yeah right. So she was super supportive, and she still is, obviously. But as far as like my family goes, I don't know.
Have they turned around? Like, do they watch fights with you now?
No.
Do they,
No.
so they're still
She said it real quick.
the
Nope.
whole fight
Nope.
life.
Yeah, I mean, my
Aw.
my dad tries to understand it more, and I think just more of an open mind. My mom is just kind of like, I can't see my daughter get punched in
Yeah.
the face,
Right.
kind of thing.
I feel like it's changed her a little bit more though. Now she kind of is one of the guys in the gym. Like she doesn't really want to do like the typical, shit as much. She wants to watch more fights. Like she actually like. She'll remind me when fights are on, and I fucking forget half the time. Like, oh fuck, so it's cool. Like, it's cool. Like we're not just watching the fight. Like, oh, he punched him. Like we're actually watching the fight.
Right.
So
Breaking
it's
it down.
So it's changed her and our dynamic more in a way that.
That's how he got that beard. Every time she reminded him of a fight, he ate that ass. It's like,
Hell yeah.
it's like, no.
It is
But
fast.
my next my question after that was
Eat that ass.
because of the mental capacity that you have or that you've grown from fighting and so on and so forth. How is that transitioned over into like your everyday life? Like when you go to work, do you feel like, all right, if I can fight and whip that chick's ass, I can come to work and I can go ahead and get this shit done, do whatever the fuck I need to do, and then I can sit back and watch ESPN or something. Like how does it transition over into like everyday life?
Ew. I think definitely gives you a lot more confidence. I feel like overall I've just been, I don't know, I don't want to like sound corny, but I think I've stood up for myself more.
Yeah,
I definitely have, like, I don't let
confidence
shit
and
fly
self-esteem and stuff
or
like
just like blow it off because it doesn't matter. Like I've definitely been more vocal about things, which I appreciate too, because I feel like when I was younger, I used to just be like a people pleaser and be like, whatever, it's fine, like it'll just blow it over, and I'm not like that anymore.
Right.
But then again, I've also noticed, like, when you tell people that you fight, or when people find that out, they try to relate everything to it, and I feel like you can probably say the same thing. Like,
yeah.
Like,
I
they're
get
just so obnoxious. Like, and
I imagine it's worse with females as well.
It's probably got to be, because I get all kinds of shit about fitness and so on and so forth. And
right.
I'm like,
every guy with muscles has to walk up to you and ask you a question.
Yeah.
Even my wife fucking trolls me sometimes, and I be sitting there like, really, you gonna do this now, right now? Like, I bet you if it was the gym. I
bet you.
Oh my
so
god.
Love
Love you, baby.
What about conflict resolution? I feel like so in my mind I could be having a debate or talking to a superior, right? Because I can whoop it. But I'm like, you know what? I could beat the fuck out of you right now. So like, I'm gonna let you be an asshole about whatever the fuck you think is the right way. But if we close this door right now, I don't care if you're 6 foot, whatever, I could hurt you, bro. Like, does that help you, like, keep you calm as a martial artist? Like, I don't have to fight all my battles because I know I'll win 90% up with these fucking corporate people. Or maybe not. Maybe, everybody does jiu-jitsu these days. They're like, yeah, bitch,
I don't know jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
Fuck
everybody. Yeah, I feel like that.
Even in relationship too, I guess you guys are both fighters. Not that you ever fight each other, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? That'd be a good fucking fight, by the way. That'd be a good fucking fight. Hey, look, I got Ellie, man. Because listen, he has balls.
Right.
If he hits her in the boob, this is gonna hurt, but it's not debilitating. If she hits him with a clean fucking teeth, like a fake jab, whop. He's done, bro. He's fucking done. I got Ellie, bro.
Knees buckled.
Like when we
drop.
train sometimes, like, I know it was intentional. Like I know there was something
right in the dick, the
Right,
dick maker. But yeah, does it help you like just keep calm? Like, listen, I'll take it out on a heavy bag later.
Me or her? I'm sorry.
You can. I have so many mixed feelings about that. So go ahead.
I want to know what you meant, but no, I mean, I feel like it keeps us a little more calm because we have like an outlet to blow the energy a little bit, but. Again, it's like we kind of separate it, but we're both like secure enough to where it doesn't really blow up. I guess because we train the way we do. I don't know. Like, what did you mean? You're scaring me.
No, I just, if I just have a long, I work longer hours. So like if I like
I'm a
during
piece
the
of
day,
shit. I work short hours.
Short ass hour. We
call them short ass hours. You fucking work.
Short hour.
You have no idea.
Then you say short hour. No, don't do that. I might start a problem later.
That is not what I meant. No,
Why'd
like
you say that? No.
if I go to work and I just like I'm in customer service, just like most people are, and like he knows, like I'll come in like to the gym and I'll be like, I am in the worst mood. And it'll typically get better throughout the night. So it is definitely an outlet. But I think I need to do a better job also about like not taking it out on him also, because like
she abuses Vince.
he's the coach, so he's gonna tell you, he's like, if I have a bad day, he's gonna go tell me to do like 100 kicks on each side, and like the first person I'm getting angry at is him. Like,
right.
I do not want to do that after this horrible 10-hour day.
Right. You're like, now I got to kick for.
But then like you feel better afterwards, and like I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird dynamic.
And how important do you think it is for you to kind of like blow off that steam, with your training? Because I don't think that some people get that having those kind of outlets, whether it be kickboxing, whether it be fitness, whether it be drawing or something like that. I don't think sometimes some people understand the imperative or how important it is for them to get that kind of steam off. So, how important, do you feel like that is to kind of get that out?
Oh, it's definitely important. It's also important not to bring that to the gym where you have, or like for you or drawing or anything, like don't take it out on your passion. Like you don't want it to affect
Don't
like
take
your
it out on your passion.
I like that.
Fuck it, that was deep.
That was.
No, that was
poetic.
really. Say it again. Say it slow.
Don't take it out on your passion.
We're gonna copyright that. We're gonna trademark it. Don't take it out on your passion.
Right, like you don't want it to ruin your night at the gym because that's something that you do look forward to. So why would you bring your bad
Gotcha.
mood in there to let it
damn it,
ruin
Ellie.
it, but also use it to make yourself feel better?
Right.
I don't know. I don't know.
You
how
know,
to
No,
you
that
know-
was-
no,
that
no,
was-
no. It's actually,
was beautiful.
it actually makes sense because you just reminded me of. I always go to these analogies with movies and shit. But all right, so I was X-Men, right? When Professor X was teaching Magneto how to use his power even more, or try to explore his power even more. He said you had to find a fine line between your anger and serenity. Like you have to know that your power is gonna draw like right there between what makes you the happiest and also what makes you the maddest. But you
Right.
got to find that fine line, and then that way, and the next thing you know, he's lifting up like a whole submarine out the fucking water or some shit like that. So it just kind of remind me of that, though.
I like that a lot.
I do like it too. Don't take it out on your passion. I like that.
That should be put up somewhere.
Yeah, you need to put like that
Yeah,
on a shirt,
trademark that.
so then like when you
Throw
go
it
to
in your
train,
purse.
you be like, don't take it out on your passion.
Yeah. Like that's some Nike shit. Like, because be honest, like this is the one thing that's like saving you. Like for a lot of times, martial arts, fighting, or any outlet,
Yeah,
it's the thing you love the most in your life, or it's keeping you control. And then, sometimes we'll get in the gym and we'll not pay it the respect it's due. It's like, I understand your life or your relationship or work or whatever, but this is where you're the happiest at. Treat it with the respect.
Like, I know it's
Mhm.
like unavoidable
Don't
at
take it out on
times,
your
but
passion.
nothing drives me crazier when somebody's in the gym or training or whatever, and you can just see the fucking mood on them. Like you can see that they're carrying everything in, and they're just putting like a shitty effort forth, and it's like you gotta kind of leave that shit behind and
Yeah.
kinda put
Mhm.
it towards something good instead of using it to fuck yourself up.
right,
Yeah.
So that shit drives me nuts as
Exactly.
a coach personally, and just in general. But
right.
yeah.
Yeah, I can see him now. You better shake that shit off now.
Mhm.
You got to fuck 100 laps right now.
One leg kick from Vince will make you wake up.
Yeah, I've heard about those leg kicks, bro.
Yo, one
And
day
I
he'll
never
believe
want to
in
get
him.
one.
One day he'll believe in him in his next fight.
Oh, man.
One day he'll just be like, I'm just gonna start with a leg.
Yeah, that's
kick.
crazy though, because
Don't
everybody,
even punch for 30
as
seconds.
many times he's been on here, everybody's like, "Yo, fuck his leg kicks, man." Everybody says it. They're like, but he never used them, motherfuckers.
Nah.
Like,
It's ridiculous.
Just on all my friends and my training partners.
All the people he loves.
All the people I like.
Gotcha.
You training another female combatant. Now that you've done it with your wife, I say wife. I just spoke some shit into existence. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
It's okay.
Ellie, I got your checks. Ask this motherfucker. But now that you've been there and you've done that in a sense, have any other female fighters in the gym like, hey, you know what? I love what you're doing with Ellie. Could you show me some things? Could you be my head coach?
There's some like females in the gym that like are technically solid and like that they've expressed a little bit of interest in fighting. Never enough to where like that. No. It's something that does interest me though, and it's something that like I kind of wish Ellie could take a chick under her wing, and kind of have that. So it's not just Ellie is the only girl amongst a bunch of men. You know what I mean? Because that is still intimidating, whether people want to
acknowledge it or not. Yeah.
Yeah. Like people can act like it's not, but it is. I would love to see Ellie take somebody under the wing more so than me.
Fucking coach Ellie.
But
Don't make me start crying, bro.
like there was a point where like there was a chick that she lives in like I think Massachusetts now, but like she was training for a while. She was a WKA champ, and her and Ellie hit it off. Like they would train, and it was great. But she moved away, and I would like to see if the dynamic could work with another female training and competing. That'd be great. As far as now, I don't want to force any female just to fight just because they want to. I want to make sure they can do all the same things she does. You know what I mean? And all the men do, but I don't know.
I'm trying to get Mo in it, and I promise you this shit. One of the sessions will be with you guys because it's working. Whatever you guys doing is working. I mean, it just is. You guys are, intimately together, and you're also fucking people up together. So you got some kind of chemistry there, and the way you're breaking it all down. And I'm trying to get Mo to do it. Do you do your nails at all? When I mean do your nails, do you add the
Break off.
extra length to your nails at all, which is your natural nail?
No.
It's a black girl
No,
thing.
I
You said it's
don't.
blacks.
No, you know
You said
I
blacks
used-
do it, right?
No, absolutely not.
She
No,
said blacks. She was
I
like, wow.
used to though, and
Wow.
it was
We talked about
terrible because
None of this today.
None of this shit today, man. None of the racial shit today, Ellie. She's like, I really want to tell them about themselves.
I don't condone these two motherfuckers. I'm with her.
I know.
Okay, I got her back.
It's like, what is going on?
Hey, look, Nick was dropped on his head as in
Like a
as a baby.
motherfucker, bro.
Like 3 times.
Like a motherfucker. I'm
That's all right. But go ahead.
No, you're
Racial
fine.
rant.
I always say to him, like, I wish I could get my nails done, and I have, and it'll last like 5 days because I'm boxing. Like,
Yeah,
it's
you
not,
break it.
and
No homo. Have you guys ever gotten a pedicure before?
The
Yeah.
best thing ever. Y'all
What?
incredible.
What?
Ass, bro.
Incredible.
They cost too much.
You must have
That's
just
what
got your
they cost.
first one, huh?
They are fucking. My lady took me one. It cost like $70 for 2
It
of
was
us.
like
I said, fuck
$800
that.
like a month.
But it is
Yeah.
totally worth it.
It
So
is.
worth it.
Look, let me tell you.
Walking on air.
My wife was like, "Yeah, get a pedicure." I was like, "Man, fuck that shit."
I
Da, da,
did
da, da,
too.
da. And then one day she was like, so one day I was talking to one of my homeboys, and my homeboy, and he was like, man, me and the missus went to go they got manicures and pedicures together, and then they had
Yeah.
like a whole spa day type deal. Like they went and got massages and everything. And I was like, well, how was it? Like I wanted to ask a man, you feel me? Like instead of my wife telling me like, come on, come with me. Da, 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 da. I'm like, you trying to make me look homo. So he was like, no, he was like, bro. He's like, if you don't get the manicure, at least get the motherfucking pedicure. I'm
Gotta
trying to
get the
tell you.
pedi.
yeah.
Yo,
You
I
can
sat
hide
in-
it. You can hide it as a man usually, right?
I bite
You
my
know-
nails too much to get a manicure. Like,
Yeah, I
can't
don't
do
have
that.
anything.
Well, I don't bite my nails. I actually need to probably get a fucking manicure. These way these motherfuckers look. But I sat in that motherfucking chair, and they started doing a little foot scrub and all that shit.
It's wonderful.
And then they took the little callus of stones. I mean, some of that shit tickled, but I was like, and I'm ticklish as shit. So I'm saying,
Muscle ass, man, like,
right? People looking down at. What's wrong with them? So,
Look at that
so
black
worth
man.
it. Honestly, it's so worth it. It lasts a month. Get it done.
we should all go
I
get
gotta say
petties
one
together
thing
now.
about the pedicure. I want to go where you put your feet in the bowl and the little fish
The
eat the
fish
fucking.
eat the dead
Yeah.
skin.
Yo, where's that at in
That
the
weirds
city?
me out, though. I don't know.
Not me.
That's
I'm
a
a
weird thought.
fucking Instagram story. Like,
Hey, see, look, and Nick fat ass, he
Well,
gonna pull a fish out and start cooking them.
Now, first of all,
Yeah.
that's true. But
Oh man.
I'm a depression eater.
Nigga,
over that lady that called me.
That's me.
Oh yeah. So I'm trying to get Mo to do it, but she really loves her nails, and
Yeah.
if she breaks a nail, it's like fuck, you know. So what I told her is that, hopefully the next time, like once these nails break or get fucked up, I'm gonna try to come get a session in real quick. But it's
You
dope.
gotta come to the
So
Baltimore gym, man.
I still haven't been yet. I'm coming. I promise
Got
you, I'm
you.
coming. I haven't been anywhere. Honestly. I barely go to
Nah,
the
nah,
gym. My
yeah.
fat ass.
Hey, look.
No, just
I
eating
guess-
virus. It's fucking fat
So
ass
for
virus.
me, I want to get my wife into because she does a lot of different things, and she's very I want to call she's I'm putting it in the most simplest term, high strung, right? So that's part of the reason why I kind of want to get her into fitness or whatever the case is. But I do want to get her into whether it be jujitsu or Muay Thai
Fuck
boxing
with
or
'em,
whatever
man.
the case
Ground
is.
control,
So
Vince, Coach Vince.
first from a coach standpoint, and enabling your girl as to pushing her towards that, and letting her kind of evolve into it. I want to get your opinion on what what you think might help, and then from a woman's standpoint, what you think might help in order to kind of push her into the direction of having these kind of different outlets and so on and so forth. We do have a 2-year-old, so time is a factor. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, like you
Um,
were saying earlier, like the outlet, you always kind of need an outlet. You can't just sit in a fucking house, go to work, do this, and like not lose your fucking mind over time. So I
Mhm.
mean, that could be something that could be a good outlet for her, whether it's that or whether it's something totally different.
right.
But I think it's good for everybody. I think it is beneficial to everybody. Like, there's not a lot of people that train regularly that don't have super positive benefits from it. So
Gotcha.
I mean, that could help. Ellie speaks better than I do.
I think just like from a woman's standpoint, you definitely have to be more open. Like I think that was one of the hardest things, especially for me. And like even doing classes, I knew I was terrible, and I was like totally not getting any of the concepts of, moving your head when you punch or keeping your hands up or anything like that. So I didn't really feel comfortable enough to do classes until like I knew what I was doing and understanding it. But I mean, that's a learning process with anything, any
There's a
sport.
lot of sweaty men around you
Right.
too. That's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
does throw women off.
And it's
Yeah,
like
'cause
an
my wife is-
intimidating sport because it's a combat sport. Like people are literally you're like getting punched. You know, whether you're drilling or not, like your leg is still getting like kicked or something like that. So you have to be confident and comfortable in that.
Right. So so if I was to sit down in front of my wife,
you should probably just bring her to a class and y'all just watch a class.
Yeah.
That's what it is with Mo.
Class.
Just let her watch a class and just see it. Maybe give Vince a head up, and he'll tell you if it's like hard sparring day, so you don't come on that.
Right.
No.
No,
Funnest to watch.
I don't think my wife wants to see somebody
That's why
get
somebody
knocked
get
out.
concussed. But
Those are the funnest things
like
to watch.
with Mo, not to just jump in on the question, but just bringing her around it. Because when she first started, she didn't like watching fights. Not that it was like gladiator sport, but it was like just
Yeah,
It just
that's
didn't
how she
appeal
was.
kicking.
to
They let the people kick you. I'm like, no more. They're not trying to really
That's how she
hurt
was
me.
too, though. She didn't
Yeah.
do
Just
that.
let her be around. They see not only the training, but how we like laugh and hug each other and talk shit afterwards. Oh, this is like a family.
Right.
And
It's a
then
culture.
they take away. Yeah, it really is.
It really is.
It's not just grunts and.
I mean, because
It's a lot of that too, though.
I've trained with Nick a couple times, and obviously I do want to be a part of the culture. And right now, my schedule doesn't allow me to be into it as much as I would like to, whether it be that or even my fitness career to a certain degree. But I guess my thing is because with the time constraint, I guess for my schedule and sometimes hers, and then us having a child. Do they allow you to bring like a kid with you? Like if I was to
It
sit.
depends on the gym.
Okay,
Damn.
got you.
What about
How
ground
old's your
control?
Well, she's about to turn 2 in May.
Too, okay.
I mean, because even
Well,
if
too
I
young
just
to
was to
train,
let her,
But they have like a little too young to train.
Not in Thailand. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
sure. No, I mean they have like lobbies in some gyms to where you can kind of, with supervision, keep your kid.
Yeah,
Right.
hold on your lap, stuff like that.
But yeah, I mean you can bring your kid. Yeah.
okay, got you. Because I would like to do that maybe on like a Saturday or Sunday,
Yes.
kind of just take her. Also, to I mean, not just fighting, but also to another like fitness events and stuff like that. Just kind of get her involved into. What I'm trying to do is kind of bring her over into my world a little bit, like and I also try to work on going into her world, which is like playing and stuff and so on and so forth. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And she's blowing up like hella balloons. Then she got the stick and she's like, I'm wrapping it around here, and then we're gonna make a centerpiece and da 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 da. And
That balance, find that
yeah,
balance.
and that's basically what I'm trying to find. And I see that you guys have a balance with that between having a relationship and also the whole fighting thing and stuff like that. So, and I commend you guys, really I do, because not a lot of people can do that. So,
Ellie gonna be in one of your corners for maybe your next fights.
I actually did talk about that one.
I mean, because there's a
She
role for
knows
her.
me well. Like I definitely would like.
Ooh,
she
that'd be
knows
so
me
cool.
well.
I think that would definitely be to your advantage because
we
women
would just start arguing.
women
in the car
process
one
things
day.
a lot faster.
Yeah.
Maybe not,
She's
but
like, Vince, you need to keep your left hand up. Like, fuck you, Ellie. Like,
I'm the fucking coach. What you tell me? Technically, I'm the coach right now, bitch. Do what I tell you.
yeah, technically,
no, I thought about it though. I don't mind.
I think that'd be
she's
a cool,
knowledgeable.
I
She's
think that'd be a
corner fights.
plus because women process a lot faster and they see in detail a lot quicker than men do. I mean, most of the time, but
And she's
What-
skilled. She's knowledgeable. She's not.
It's a litmus test to see if what you taught her really resonated
Yeah,
and it can be translated through her.
Yeah.
A lot of times you don't know how good you're at something until you got to teach it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you want to find out if you know a topic about a subject, explain it to someone who's a layman and knows no idea. Like
Yeah.
you go to a gym and people have a base knowledge of like certain shit, but they can but explain that to like my grandfather how to throw a fucking
Exactly.
inside leg kick, and you'll see how good you are at articulating the point. So if she's in your corner,
And the one thing too,
if she knows what she's talking about, you're gonna know it because she's telling you.
kind of stealing this from Pat Rivera because Pat Rivera.
That-
But
fucking sicko.
I totally agreed with him when he told me. He said like the best coach I could ever find is literally me. Like not as in like maybe like himself. Like he means like that's the best coach he could ever find. But obviously you can't do that. But I agree with that. I think the best coach I could ever find would be a version of myself, and she does everything the way I do it, which might work for some, might not work for some. But that's probably the most ideal way for me to be coached is somebody that's exactly like me, holding me accountable. So
I tell you what, that's what I would like to do. I would like, especially if it's local, like we're in Florida tomorrow. I would like to record that for you guys.
yeah,
Yeah. I'll get the 4K out. I got the little fucking stabilizer I'm about to get.
Heck
And
yeah.
I would just record because I think that'd be dope for you guys.
Yeah.
Not even over like share for the world and views and all that, but like
No, that'd be
just
cool.
to be able to look back at that
I
and
love
be
that,
like,
yeah.
damn, that's you in the corner.
That
Look,
would be
Vince,
so
I need you to
cool.
fuck. Like
Yeah, yeah.
that's like some full circle shit.
Colin Coward.
Hey,
Fuck
if you-
belts, fuck championships, fuck all the notoriety. Like what you gave out came back to you. That's like some
Yeah.
yin yang
Yeah,
flowing of energy shit.
Mhm.
That'd be dope.
Okay.
It is
Yeah,
so
let
funny
me-
though because I obviously not as aggressive, but I definitely fight like exactly how he does.
You're tough.
And like I've noticed like he'll try to like change some things like that he doesn't want me to do. Like
Yeah.
please
Keep your
please
brains
move your
down.
head.
Please keep your brains about.
please move your head. Don't make it a target that easy, okay?
But it's funny because I've literally watched like all of his fights, and then even
Watches all my sparring now.
all of his sparring. I mean, he coaches me. I learned everything from him. From like I never had another coach. You know, I've had other training partners who have showed me some things and showed me like certain ways to do things that might might benefit me more. But
real quick, if you could get better training, would you be interested in doing it? And as sometimes some of the greatest coaches, right? I can't name them all, but sometimes you have to realize, okay, shit, I've taken her to this level,
100%.
but this person, like, okay, some coach in Thailand who's
Like a
had
Mr.
40
Miyagi type
fighters,
shit.
right? And he's trained over 30,000 rounds. You know, like he'll probably know more than you about a specific technique. Are you also cool with that?
Totally. I've literally
Like send her to somebody
paid
like
for privates with other coaches.
My
for
God.
her. Like there's
no ego there.
a guy named Joe Stripling in Delaware. Like I really want to get her working with because he's better at things that I'm not good at.
Right.
I've made her work with boxing coaches. Like I've
Nice.
pushed other coaches. I don't mind it at all. I have no ego. I don't care.
Nice.
I know I'm still the coach. You know, I know
Yeah.
that,
The head
but
coach.
Plenty of things that people can fix that I can't fix as well. So I have no issues with that shit at all.
Yeah, great leader.
Mhm.
You have to have those capabilities or character.
You're
I'm
right.
saying, okay, let me delegate this to someone else who can really get you to that next level.
Would I
Yeah.
ever let somebody else be her coach in the corner? Probably not, honestly.
Mm.
No, but in a way of like getting other shit, absolutely. No, I think that'd be super beneficial for anybody. I don't know everything, obviously. I don't know.
Are you
that
sure?
much, but yeah.
Are you sure?
I don't know. But no, I have no issues with that kind of shit at all.
That's
At
dope.
all.
That's good.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Really good. All
Really
right. In closing of this wonderful occasion, let us know some other stuff about you. Like, what is some other weird, quirky shit about Ellie? If someone's watching this right now and they're spending
She likes
time
to
out of
sniff
their
lemon
day,
peels on her free time.
She probably does. Do you like to sniff lemon pills on your free time? Be like, ugh, separate this fucking lemon from the peel.
I'm gonna try to think of things as she tries to think.
I know. I feel like I'm super like
Come on, man.
not
You got some-
interesting. I don't know. I coach some of the kids at the gym,
Okay. They don't have to be fight related. It could be
which
like,
is
She
fun.
works at Under Armour.
I work at Under Armour.
How
how do
was
you
that?
eat your Oreos? No, fuck Under Armour.
She doesn't like Oreos.
What you
I
mean?
love
fuck
Oreos.
Damn, this is you eat your Oreos, do you go cream first or cookie first?
I eat
Honestly,
the
I
whole
just eat
damn
the whole
thing.
thing.
Right. Fucking dip it in milk and
Eat
keep
the
it
whole
moving,
thing.
okay?
All right. Do you dip your graham crackers in milk or do you just eat them straight?
Why does it always have to be about food?
Well, I'm a fat ass. Fuck you.
Here's one thing, like I like eating cereal a lot.
Okay.
I like eating like the shittiest,
Give me one.
like s'mores. Have you had s'mores?
I have not had
Yeah,
s'mores,
it's
bro.
called- it's
Really
called
good.
s'mores. It doesn't have a
I know
name.
what
It's
you're
just called
talking about. I know
s'mores.
exactly what you're talking about, bro.
Like the Oreos, fucking cereal and shit like that. Like the shittiest cereal you can imagine. She doesn't understand. Like she'll bring home like fucking cornflake squares.
Oh.
Special K.
Shredded wheat with no
berries,
sugar
I
and
like
shit.
the
like that.
special K berries. I feel like that's
Fuck,
sweet
Ellie.
enough.
God damn. You
Ellie,
done
She
fucked
does so
it
well
up
in every other
everybody.
aspect of life, but then her cereal choices are absolutely horseshit.
What's the worst cereal she ever brought to the house?
Corn squares. What the fuck are corn
Corn
squares? I'm
squares.
spitting
You really
fucking
got
Corn squares? He got mad.
Everywhere.
What the
Biscuits.
fuck made you buy corn squares? Huh?
Well, I'm sweating. They've been sitting in the
Ah.
They have.
Why? What's a date night for a coach and his fighter?
We drink a
They don't
bottle.
say fight. So we'll go home and watch fights and turn the lights down.
Honestly, that is a date night though. I
Drink a
love.
bottle of really cheap wine and
Boone's Farm, what
pass
you do?
out. What is it?
What's
What's
your
the one? I don't know about wine.
That sangria shit is pretty good.
Sangria is good.
Yeah.
Sangria is good.
What's that one called?
Yeah.
Y'all
like
need
red
y'all need to
wine.
give some Bartonua.
What's that bar? What?
A Bartonua.
Who's that?
What's that?
It's a Moscato. It's a,
Moscato, okay.
yeah, my
Moscato's
wife loves it, and my wife. So my wife, based off of her condition, she can't really drink. She can't drink alcohol. Period. She can have like maybe like a glass or two of wine, but that's the max. So her favorite bottle of wine is this Moscato called Bartonua. She absolutely loves it, so on and so forth. So if you guys haven't tried it, and it's like $13, so
This
not
Nice.
bad.
Reasonable.
Not bad.
Nice, nice.
Not- yeah,
reasonably
yeah.
priced.
So,
Favorite movie?
Favorite
If you had to
movie?
leave right now,
The
go fucking one.
Patriot.
It's a damn good movie.
It's a
Ooh.
great
Well, Melly,
movie.
Mel Gibson.
Yep.
Yeah, Mel Gibson. Yeah.
Because it makes you cry. I don't like movies that make me cry too much, but you get
You know
that,
what movie
you get
made
that
me
fucking
cry?
revenge.
Like, one of the movies that definitely made me cry as an adult. What the fuck is the movie with Denzel Washington where he
He's
in the
hospital.
John
Yeah,
Q.
yeah.
John Q.
I don't know if like the acting was phenomenal in that movie from everybody.
No, it was pretty good.
The end
No,
of
it
it,
was
like,
really good.
like the whole situation made me fucking cry like, as an adult.
Vince crying.
Yeah, once. Yeah. Just
He said once, and he punched it away. He's like, "Ah, fuck."
He said he punched it away.
Fucking tears. Damn, Vince, what's wrong with you, bro? What our favorite well, we already did song. We did food, right? What's your favorite food right now?
Tacos.
Tacos. What from where?
We love tacos. honestly. And
Taco
where-
Tuesday.
R&R is good.
R&R is delicious. It's like authentic
You know,
tacos.
Hold on, where's R&R? I don't know.
Okay.
Got it.
I
Honeycomb,
know
like Perry Hall area.
Okay.
All right.
So good. Definitely suggest it. They'll give you like a side of guacamole, and I'm not even joking. It's a 24-ounce styrofoam cup.
Damn.
Damn.
It's like $4.
And they put it in a styrofoam cup.
Yeah.
I like
Lid.
that gangster spots like that.
There's a black person in the back that did that. Just like, you know.
No,
set
no,
on
his
point.
name was Miguel.
I'm
His
playing.
name was Miguel.
His name is Miguel.
They're Miguel. Yeah.
So-
Mijo. What else? Come on, Marvin. Come on, Marvin.
I
What
was
the fuck,
gonna ask,
Marvin?
I was gonna ask about her gorgeous hair.
Favorite
You
fighter.
do that yourself, or you go to the salon and get it done,
Oh,
or
I do it myself.
You got your own hair?
Honestly, I have an afro. If like this is done.
Yeah.
You can ask
It's
him.
Is it
typically
like
an
curly
afro.
fro?
He's
Oh
seen me
shit!
wake
What
up.
the
It-
curly
yeah.
fro? You should be. What's the UFC fighter?
Luis Payne. No.
He just came back.
Oh, Sean Malley.
Yeah.
O'Malley, I love Sean
Do the
O'Malley.
Sean.
I love Sean O'Malley.
yeah. Well,
Um,
so my thing. All right. So for females, how long? Real quick, how long does it take you typically to do your hair?
Oh God.
you want hair tips, y'all? This
No,
morning.
no, I'm
hours.
just
2
2
hours.
hours.
All
2
2
hours. Right. So, do you? Because females will do this, especially ours. Conflict of hair in fighting or hair in training.
Oh yeah, that's
'Cause-
another thing. Nails and hair.
Yeah.
She gets some hair done. Ain't no training.
Right.
Nothing. Ain't even no sex.
She doesn't get to do all this like with her hair like that frequently because of training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kinda like one of those
She'll
things-
have like 2 days off now and then.
It's one of your sacrifices where you like,
Yeah.
I'll wait and then I'll just do it before it's time to do something.
No, definitely because I definitely have my hair washing. Like I have to wash my hair every day because we're so sweaty and like
Right.
we're at the gym for 3 hours a night, and I'm not going to bed with greasy, sweaty hair.
Right.
I
But
will.
like if I have a day or two off, like yesterday we found out the fights were canceled. I was like, all right, well, I guess I can do my hair now. So
It's like to be a human again. I guess.
right.
Yeah.
A woman.
I don't have to be machine.
Yeah. Shade.
Hey, look,
I would like that name.
her next fight when she goes in there, you gotta say, "Load the clip, Ellie.
Yeah, load them clips.
Load the clip."
He's like, who the fuck is her coach?
Right.
They have no idea
like-
he's actually
they
like,
like-
a qualified coach. But he's like, come on, fucking give it to him.
Yeah.
Come on, I need to be a coach, bro. I would be the worst coach ever.
No, I don't think so.
Anything else we didn't cover? I think we covered it all. You guys gonna be back on soon, but I just want to make sure, we got all of. I feel like we're forgetting something. Ellie, I feel like you're
Right.
not
What do you?
giving us something.
What do you? As being a fighter, okay.
No, it doesn't have to be fighters. Let's go out.
Real quick, I just
Okay.
want to ask.
All right.
Future.
Because
What
that-
do you
ask.
see for your future? Like, do you see this going long term? Do you see it going
Great
to?
question, actually.
Yeah. Do you see it going like to the next level, like UFC and
Bro, if you
all of that?
fucking go to the
Like,
pros,
do you
it's like
feel?
one every
Do you feel like you
shit.
want to get to that point? Do you feel like you're just gonna
fucking
wait until that bridge, comes to your forefront, or, somebody comes knocking on that door, like, hey, look, we got a ballot open.
We've
Set a
talked
ballot.
about this multiple times. I feel like I think I've never done any type of grappling or like jujitsu or anything like that, so I'm behind on that end. And if I had to go to MMA, you have to learn that, or at least learn how to like stuff a takedown or something of the sort. I feel like I've tried to do jujitsu not as diligently as I should,
Mm.
but I have tried, and it's such a slow paced sport to learn
Mhm.
that like I have a very hard time paying attention. It's just like not fun for me. But then again, that's my fault because I haven't actually given it enough time to
Okay.
really learn it. I've kind of just been like, oh, I'm never doing this again. Kickboxing, yeah, like I don't know. It's weird.
Or even
it's-
boxing. You could probably, it's a lane for that right now. It's kind of the women leagues. Or, what do you say? Women leagues? What do you call it? Women
I don't know,
classes,
but
ranks. Yeah, women's
Women
boxing.
leagues.
you try so hard not to be insensitive and like not say something stupid and not say something stupider.
Who you?
Women leagues.
I don't know
But
about
like-
you, Nick. You
like-
suspect anyway.
Women in boxing has become a thing now. They got Clarissa out there. You got some fighters that like, and
Yeah.
you're not shying away from punches.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
kickboxing kind of translate. You just can't kick.
I probably prefer kickboxing over boxing. I
Good leg.
like it better.
She said, I got long legs. You these motherfuckers.
Yeah, no, exactly, exactly.
I understand.
I like having more options than
Mm-hmm.
just standing there to like
Punching.
box and like getting your head banged in.
Have you had a boxing fight yet? Not yet.
Smoker.
I've
Smoke,
done
okay.
a smoker.
Okay.
She did well. I would totally be for her doing more boxing fights, but Like, I feel like she'd prefer boxing more than Muay Thai. I think she likes straight kickboxing. Her next fight was actually going to be a Muay Thai fight.
Elbows and all
She
that.
doesn't like all the clinchy, huggy stuff.
Yeah.
And that's
Which I don't either.
when I think about that, like
Especially
doing
right now with the
MMA, like
coronavirus.
I don't even like.
Absolutely.
You said coronavirus.
Yeah, seriously, right? I don't even like clinching, like training clinch for like Muay Thai and stuff. So I can't really imagine me like training like jujitsu or
She got a bunch
grappling.
of John Gray's grappling her. in the gym. That's
Fucking
no fun
Johnny.
for anybody.
My guy,
John Gray's 275 pounds now.
He's at least 230, right? What is he?
Fucking massive.
He's a big guy.
Unit. It's a unit.
He's a big guy.
It's a unit.
So give them where they can follow you if they want to follow you. If they want to contact you guys about training opportunities or just know more about what you guys do.
Christian Mingle.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're swingers and we love Jesus.
We love Christ and you.
And you.
That's our slogan. My Instagram name is Machine Gun Ellie, and then we also are at the gym, Ground Control in Baltimore.
Ground control. Plenty.
5
What are
to
some of the
6 days
locations?
a week. Baltimore, Columbia, and Owings Mills, and we're at the Baltimore location.
Dope.
Yes. Pulaski Highway.
And Vince, if they wanted to come to you, male or female, and get some training from a qualified coach.
Yeah, I guess you can. Instagram is Mosca43. Yeah, I teach Monday through Thursday at 7 and Saturday at 11. So.
You do privates too as well.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Yeah, usually like preferably after like 3 or 4 o'clock.
Dope.
I'm not an early guy.
Dope.
But yeah,
I understand that.
yeah,
Yep.
no, it's good. Hopefully, like we don't die all in the next month or two.
Yeah,
so we can
yeah.
Seriously.
Actually, have the gym closed.
Damn, what if this is like the last video we're gonna do?
Right, it's like literally the last video we all.
Don't say that.
I mean,
Don't say
we
that.
cannot say it and still happen.
I
You know,
know.
That's true.
summer's not coming. Is that bitch coming?
Right.
At least we're all together one more time.
Yeah, we're all together one more time. Let's give a
Yep.
big hug and sneeze together. No?
Yeah. Air hug.
I'm gonna not breathe.
Well, thanks for coming on. You guys are family, so
Yeah, family.
as we continue to
Most
just grow in
definitely.
life, we'll talk about it to people who, for whatever reason, want to watch.
Yeah,
So thanks for
absolutely.
coming on.
Thank you for having us.
Give him a hand clap, real
Hand
quick,
clap.
y'all. Hey, Ellie and Vince, Belly and S. It's a raining man. Hey, hallelujah. All right, Marvin, gonna close it out.
He's retarded. All right, so first and foremost, thank y'all for coming on one more time. Machine Gun Ellie, make sure you get a her. We also got the coach, one of the best coaches in the whole wide world, Mosca43. Check him out. Make sure y'all check out host Nick So Loud on Instagram. Make sure you check out me. I'm MG2_fit. Make sure y'all definitely go to our Instagram page, Not Safe for Ears. You got any emails, notsafeforears@gmail.com. And the biggest thing I can ask you to do is go to the YouTube channel, Not Safe for Ears, hit subscribe. Then all you have to do is tell the next friend to tell another friend, so then that way we can get the word out. If you have any questions or comments, you can always comment in the section down below. Oh, that was real cute. In the middle of my ending, you motherfuckers would have killed. That was so
fuck
cute.
y'all. You keep talking, do it again.
All
Do it
right,
slow.
so make sure y'all hit the post notification so y'all know each and every Sunday when we going live. And we out. Be safe, bitch.